and welcome to my channel. First off, a disclaimer about my bangs. It was wet outside, I worked outside, then I pinned my bangs to the sides to not have them in the way while I did makeup. And now they look crooked and bended and weird. And damp. Still. So yeah, you know what's going on there now. Anyway, about the makeup look, I really felt like doing something wearable today. Something office friendly, yet sort of glam-ish. Just something nice and something warm brown. I really wanted to do something sort of smoky. And this is what I ended up with, basically. If you want to see more of my tutorials, by the way, I also often do a lot of very colorful looks as well, admittedly. You can always subscribe to my channel, but for now, at any rate, let's go start on this. I just started off with already doing my eyebrows off camera, because convenience, quickness, speed, that sort of thing. Point is, and I'm just priming my eyelids with a nude base. The past few times, like, I have been really into using a white base lately. But for this look we're going to use warm browns and nudes, so a nude base will be fine. By the way, I have been meaning to actually try more eyeshadow primers, like affordable eyeshadow primers, ever since I realized that the NYX Lid Lingerie in Bed to the Bone actually on my oily skin works really well. Like, there's nothing against this stuff. This is Maybelline Color Tattoo. I still love it, but I just want to try more things to show you guys more things, you know, like especially affordable stuff. Because, you know, most people like affordable things. But so far I've been able to, like, I've been to one store, but it's a store that just sells NYX, but they didn't have the lid lingeries. So I'm planning on sometime soon going to the specific NYX store here in the center of the city. To go look for more lid lingeries. I want a nude one, and I also sort of want to try other colors, just, you know, for fun, colorful looks, I guess. Always want to try something new. And the warm browns, by the way, that I'm going to use are from the Huda Beauty Warm Brown Obsessions palette. I've had this for ages and I barely ever use it, so I figured I might want to use it again, because I paid €10 to get it here from France. Like, I paid for the palette and then €10 shipping, because Sephora isn't in the Netherlands anymore. Anyway, point being, I felt like using this again. So yeah, that's just what I'm going to use today. But really, you just need warm brown. So if you don't have this palette, you can just easily use whatever other warm tinted nude palette you do have. Everything I've used, by the way, I'll list below the video as always. First of those warm nude shades that I'm going to use is a, well, for me it's a bit dark for a transition shade, but it still does the job. It blends well enough. But I'm just applying it on a large fluffy blender. On a large fluffy blender. With a large fluffy blender. All the way in the crease and also quite far up to the eyebrow. Just because I also want to use this both as a transition shade, but also to set the eye primer in the crease a little bit more. Yeah, just keep blending until you have a nice gradient there of color. I'm actually also going to put this on the outer corners. I think I really am going to go for like a sort of smoky eye effect this time. I didn't want to go for a super colorful look this time around, so I decided to go for a reddish brown, which basically turned out to be a complete red. That's just how life goes with me, apparently. But I'm just going to apply this one in the crease as well with a slightly smaller brush and just blend it basically to a point a little bit below where the other color stopped. And seriously, this is one dip with the brush in the eyeshadow, and that's already enough to do this entire step. So don't overdo this, take your time, don't apply too much, because it's easier to add stuff than to take it away. So yeah, keep that in mind and be careful. Just wipe down my brush a little to blend some more. Little bit more depth here before I go to the next shade. The most fun part of eyeshadow, making it even with the other eye. Just gonna deepen it up a little bit now with a very dark purplish brown shade. Kinda hard to describe. I just applied way too much on my other eye instantly and then had to spend ages blending it out, so I'm just being a little bit more careful this time around. That's one thing with makeup palettes, if you don't use them often, you somehow can easily forget how pigmented they are, and then you use them again and then you're like, wow, this is like more than I expected. I mean, it's better than the other way around, I suppose. You know, having a makeup plan and being like, okay, no, color is coming off, what's happening? But still, be careful with this sort of makeup palette. Anyway, I'm just using a very tiny brush now because I don't want this to go all the way up to my eyebrow. I really just want to darken the outer corner of the crease. So basically, I'm just going to keep blending until it's nice and smooth. And just blending it until about halfway on my eyelid. Like, you don't have to worry about the eyelid too much yet if it's not completely blended, because we're going to apply something else there later. I'm not trying to sound mysterious. I literally don't know yet what I'm going to apply there. We'll see when I get there. While I'm still indecisive over the course we're going to take on the eyelids, I'm just going to highlight my brow bone with a mono eyeshadow by KIKO. Because this makeup palette doesn't have a color that's pale enough for me to highlight my brow bones with, because I'm a ghost. So I'm using a ghostly pale shade. And then going back to the large fluffy blender without any extra product to just blend some more. Basically just go over the edge and over everything until it's as smooth as you could possibly get it. And once everything is nice and blended, yeah, by now I finally decided on what color I'm going to use. It's going to be a matte orange. Like, my first tendency, in case you hadn't noticed yet, this was not a planned look. I planned on filming today because I felt like filming. I had no idea what to film though, so yeah, I just started somewhere basically with a palette I barely ever use. Anyway, my tendency is always to then go for shimmer, because everything is just very easy to fix with shimmer, basically. But yeah, I figured I'd just challenge myself today and go for a full matte look. Might do a shimmery highlight in the inner corner, admittedly, but mostly it's going to be matte. And then this yellow shade is slightly darker than my brow bone highlight. It's going to go into the inner corner first, so we just get a bit of a gradient there as well. Because I do want the inner corner to be a little bit brighter. I wasn't sure if I was going to use a black or a brown eyeliner. I think I'm going to go for a brown eyeliner. I don't know how much product is left in here, and I also don't know how long I've had this thing. Quite long, probably. But yeah, I'm hoping that it'll actually be dark enough to be visible over top of the eyeshadows. If it's not, I can always add black on top of it. Okay, seriously, I'm so used to having very dark eyeliner. Like, I always go for the most intensely black eyeliner I could possibly find. That I, really need to get used to this being so subtle, basically. But yeah, anyway, I'm just gonna do foundation now. I'm using the Bourjois foundation 123 Perfect, which a friend of mine had, but she didn't want it anymore, so she gave it to me. And I remember I once had a foundation too, but I can't remember what I thought of it. So yeah, I know for sure anyhow that this is going to be too dark for me, so that's going to be an adventure in itself, but I just wanted to try out whether or not I actually still like it, if I ever liked it, basically. I mean, so far so good, it's spreading out, so it's at least not dried down yet, and it doesn't look separated in the bottle either. I think I like this because it was quite mattifying. Why is my brush losing hair? I think I liked it because it was quite mattifying, but like I said, I just almost tossed it over my trousers instead. But this is too dark for me, so I'm going to have to counter this with concealer later on. Okay, conclusion, it's just highlighting with concealer now, by the way. But it is definitely a, low to medium coverage. I like it, it looks natural. It would look more natural if it was actually my skin color. I blended it down to here, but it's just, there's only so much I can do against my ghostliness. But anyway, I'm just going to blend the concealer out now and then do powder and then continue with the face. Okay, powder and also some eyebrow plumper are done. I'm keeping it mild with the contouring because there's already quite a bit of contour due to the fact that I used a too dark foundation and a very pale concealer to counter that. So just to play it safe, I'm going to keep subtle with the contour this time around. And then just some natural blush, some highlighter, and then we can go back to the eyeballs. Then for the bottom eyelids, just pulls you up a little bit closer again. I'm going to grab a little bit of the reddish shade and a little bit of the darkest shade that I use in the crease. And just applying that below the eye. I want to make it quite smoky this time around. I rarely do that, so thought I'd challenge myself. Really helps if you pull a weird face while doing this. Because I'm just switching to large fluffy blender now, by the way, without any extra product. Because it just pulls the skin tight below there. Let's just say the end result is better than the process in terms of looks. This just really helps to get it smooth without it getting into the lines. Like so. Then for the waterline I'm just using a dark brown, and I think I'm only going to use mascara and no falsies today. Just to keep it with the well, not wearable, but at least, well, not natural, but still wearable effect. That was the point. I just learned something. I must have realized it before, but I forgot again. But anyway, these sort of shades, if you have greenish blue eyes, or probably if you have green eyes especially, these colors really make my eyes look green. So yeah, that's one tip. If you have any shade of green in your eyes, this color is going to make them pop. Anyway, for the lips I'm going to use a pinky nude, just to keep it in tune with the rest, but not overpower anything. But I was just thinking, I kind of wonder, you know, like with the whole, everyone always says with a nude lipstick, oh, you can just slap it on and it always looks good. I sort of wonder, really, with how smooth it just applied, is it actually that nude lipsticks apply more smoothly, or is it just that you don't see mistakes as quickly and all? Or is it just because it's a nude, so it's less terrifying to apply and maybe make a mistake, that it just all goes a lot smoother because you worry less about it while applying it? Like, is it the fact that it's easier, or is it just all in our collective minds? But yeah, anyway, that's sort of like discussion we can always hold in the comment section below. I always forget what things are called. Comment section below. For now, at least, anyway, I'm going to apply some setting spray and we're gonna head to the review. And here's the finished result. By the way, my lips look glossier now and more brownish rather than just pink. Because I decided, because I wanted it to be more glossy and brownish, to add a brownish lip gloss. With some golden shimmer in it. Yeah. It's Ancient, it's by our store. I'll put the name below. I don't know if they still sell this, but it did the job. But anyway, yeah, the final results. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button. It would really help me out. And at any rate, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day and I hope to see you next time. Bye!